George Magnus, Red Flags, Why She's China is in Jeopardy. Dive into the summary of Red Flags, Why She's China is in Jeopardy by George Magnus, and uncover the intricate world of China's economy, politics, and influence on the global stage. Magnus provides a comprehensive view of how China's ascent has been marred by its growing debt, the country's aggressive industrial policies, and the increasing influence of the Communist Party. As you explore the summary, you'll learn about China's journey from being a producer of cheap goods to becoming a global powerhouse, President Xi Jinping's vision, and the nation's delicate relationship with the West. The summary also delves into the challenges surrounding China's debt, intellectual property issues, and the potential consequences for the world.
China's Economic Balancing Act. George Magnus, an economist and associate at Oxford University, argues in his book that China has broken the usual fiscal rules by accumulating massive debt with little return. He states that China cannot defy economic gravity and outlines the factors that have propelled its economy but cannot guarantee future progress. Magnus covers history, politics, economics, and finance in a succinct yet wide-scoped approach, making his book a comprehensive guide to understanding China's economic situation. The Wall Street Journal and author Carrie Brown praised Magnus' book for its value and nuanced perspective. China's rise to power. In just a few years, China has achieved significant growth, market dominance, and military power. President Xi Jinping's leadership promises to restore China to its former glory, with a focus on national strength and assertiveness in trade and diplomatic relations with the West. Author George Magnus argues that China had once embraced market reforms and privatization but has since seen a resurgence of state-owned enterprises and government control. Magnus reveals how investment firms have hidden state ownership links, making it unclear how much of China's commercial assets are truly private. Trade with China, Misguided Approach and Informal Non-Tariff Barriers. Magnus, in his book, sheds light on the mistaken policies of former President Donald Trump on trade with China. However, he points out that China's industrial strategy poses informal non-tariff barriers, and government subsidies distort the market in world trade. Although China's consumption levels are rising, Magnus suggests questioning China in the same way as ourselves, as the future cannot be handed over to them, considering China's IP theft, which builds on Western technology. Magnus concludes that most of China's high-tech production comes from foreign companies, and the world remains doubtful of Chinese innovation quality and production processes. China's controversial investments. China's ambitious project to expand its economic and geopolitical influence has sparked controversy. Magnus reports that the project, seen by many as a boost for Western provinces, has also led to complaints from client countries about corruption, large debts and disagreements over questions of sovereignty. China's financial future. China's debt crisis has grown exponentially, leading to a 106% borrowing rate compared to disposable income. However, some are optimistic about the government's ability to control the economy during a crisis. While China has attempted to restrict financial issues in the past, rich Chinese citizens are still emigrating or moving their wealth abroad. Further state control in businesses may lead to reduced profitability and more financial flight from the country. China's economic future. In Red Flags, Why She's China is in Jeopardy, Magnus discusses China's high savings rate and the consequences of their foreign currency reserves, largely invested in U.S. government securities. Magnus advocates for a shift towards more consumer spending, which would reduce reliance on investments or trade surpluses. He warns that a potential economic downturn could further delay the necessary shift towards a more balanced economy. Ultimately, China's economic future and its impact on the rest of the world remain uncertain. China's role in world economic affairs. In China's Role in World Economic Affairs, author George Magnus provides a concise yet comprehensive overview of China's political and economic policies. Magnus offers functional information that businesspeople, economists, politicians, and students can use to draw accurate conclusions about China's role in the global economy. Magnus' admirable restraint and focus on the most crucial information make this book a must-read for anyone seeking an understanding of China's economic landscape. Other recommended readings on China's politics and economics include The Third Revolution, The State Strikes Back, China, The Bubble That Never Pops, and China's Great Wall of Debt.
After examining the comprehensive and insightful summary of red flags, it becomes clear that China's rise, while impressive, is fraught with potential perils. George Magnus highlights how the nation's debt accumulation, concerning industrial policies, and increasing state control could hinder its progress in the future and impact the global landscape. While China continues to build on its economic influence and geopolitical reach, Magnus' analysis raises crucial questions about the sustainability of its growth model. The summary serves as a sobering reminder of what can happen if China can't escape its economic gravity, and emphasizes the importance of a balanced outlook on China's role in the world.